everyone, my name is Rocke, and today we are gonna be doing kind of a summer get ready with me video, doing a couple extra steps to get that extra highlight going on. This is what I normally do anyways because I do like to have that extra glow on a daily basis, whether it's summer or it's winter. Doesn't matter for me, I love it. So let me show you guys what I do and what products work really well for me. First off, we're gonna start with a clean face. I haven't done anything to my face right now or my hair, as you can see, but we are gonna start with just a simple cleansing toner. The toner that I use is a Mario Badescu Cucumber Cleansing Lotion. So this is what the lotion looks like. I got it at Ulta, and I just take a small cotton ball and just really cleanse all of the oils from my face or even excess makeup. So let's take one of these and start in the center of my face and work outwards, just because I do get more oily in my nose and forehead area. It's just making sure it's all nice and prepped. And the next step that I do is prep my skin for any foundation. So I will be using these Farsali beauty oils. Now, I normally use the rose gold elixir when I'm super dry and flaky. However, I'm gonna be using the unicorn essence because my skin is pretty normal and hydrated right now, and I don't want it to be too much. So this is really good for people who are a little bit more combination, maybe a little bit more oily, because it doesn't leave too much hydration left on the skin. I'm just gonna pour some on my cheeks and a little bit on my forehead and rub that in. You can also mix these with your foundation instead of putting it directly on your skin. This feels amazing. It like saves my skin. I'll put this on with makeup, without makeup, but definitely before bedtime, because it just makes such a difference with using my moisturizer on it right after too. So now that my skin is nice and prepped for foundation, the foundation that I've been using for quite some time is the Born This Way Too Faced foundation. I use two different shades because I self-tan, and I'll self-tan maybe like once a week or so. So sometimes I'm a little bit lighter and sometimes I'm a little bit darker when it's really fresh. So I do have two shades, which are light beige and warm beige. I'll mix them if I have to and kind of adjust it from there. So that way I have a foundation that matches me every day of the week. Right now I have like a little bit of a tan, so it's not too dark at all. We're gonna add light beige first and adjust it with warm beige right underneath, so that way they blend together when I mix it. And this foundation brush is the Maquillaje number 100 Flawless Foundation Brush. It is working amazing for this foundation so far. I don't normally use a beauty blender for my foundation because I like to blend it out really well and make sure that it covers everything and I don't have any fine lines anywhere. I also use the Born This Way Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer. I freaking love this. I've been using it for also probably about the same amount of time as I've been using the foundation, and I just think they work really well together for my skin. They're really smooth, they don't crease or cake, and I really love the color. This one's an almond, and it's just like the perfect brightening shade that also corrects and conceals really well without it looking too yellowy or too light compared to my foundation. So this is about the amount I add daily. I do have like minor breakouts right now down here, maybe a little bit on my forehead. So if I need to, I'll go in and just kind of spot check that. Maybe a couple over here too. A little bit extra, there we go. I'm gonna be taking these little cheapy sponges that I get from Target. This is what the package looks like. And these are about like maybe $2 for all of these. And I just feel like these cover a lot more and don't take off as much product as like my beauty blender will, even if it's dry. That's only if I want the coverage. So we'll just pat that in. Very quickly, I'm gonna do my brows using the Kat Von D pomade in taupe. And then also my Morphe R44 brush from the Rose Gold Luxe collection. I personally like my brows a little bit softer than my hair, so that way it's not too bold on my face, especially when I don't wear that much eye makeup anymore. But this is more of like a minimalistic yet glowy look that I'm going for anyways. So if you do want to add eye makeup, go for it. However, it's something that you can do quickly and easily. It's achievable by anyone, whether you're beginner or more advanced with makeup artistry. But you know, just have fun. I do like to start more in the middle and use most of that product for the tail ends. And just bring that forward and really close in the gaps by wiggling it back and forth and then flicking upwards. I like most of my product about halfway on my brows anyways, and more natural fluff in the front. I'll be honest, I do my brows pretty messy and I rely on concealer to make it look clean, so that way I'm not spending too much time on them. So once your brows are done, your concealer and your foundation aren't set yet. One thing that always bothers me is there will be like little creases like around the nose area, mouth, or even forehead as I'm doing my brows. So it's always a good idea to hydrate your face with more of a hydrating makeup setting spray before you actually set your makeup with powder. If you do have those creases and you set your makeup, you're just setting those small little fine lines. So you want to go ahead and spray with a hydrating mist and then kind of touch up so that way it's smooth again and it looks fresh. This one is the Pacifica Rose Flower Mist. I got this at Ulta as well with the Mario Badescu. So I'm gonna try this out. Yeah, that feels really good. And I'm gonna take a smaller brush and just touch up those areas. I see a little bit of creasing, just from moving my face around as I'm doing my brows. Oh, especially under the eyes too. Next, I'm gonna go in and set my foundation and concealer now that it's nice and hydrated and fresh again. I'm gonna be using my Too Faced Banana Cream Powder. So this smells like bananas, but it's also a brightening and blurring powder for pores and fine lines. So I use more of a flat, rounded brush for this one. This is the R10, and get quite a bit on each side and just go in and set everything. I like to set most of it in the center of my face where I see pores. So like my cheeks right here, my chin, around my mouth, nose, and forehead. And then just lightly dust the excess on the perimeters of my face. So I'll start with the most product here and then work my way outwards. So that way it doesn't feel too powdery and too chalky when I set everything else. And use like my contour and bronzer. I think it definitely can look really powdery after applying so many layers, since I do use all powder products. And for me, this works really great underneath my eyes. It doesn't crease, but it does set my concealer really well. And between my brows, I feel like I have a lot of texture there too. Another thing that I like to use this powder with are my eyes. So when I'm doing smoky eyes, I'll use this powder with a clean, fluffy brush and blur out the perimeter so that way it has a really soft, blended effect. In case you're having a really hard time and don't want to keep building up the outer corners when it should be really soft with powder after powder and not being able to take it off. So I do really like using this to clean up any mistakes and blur any eyeshadows out. I'm also gonna set this under my eyes a little bit better. But if I don't set my eyelids, even if I don't have anything on it, I'll get like a weird crease of foundation or concealer, whatever it is. But just wanna make sure that that's not gonna happen throughout this video too. Just because my eyelids get pretty oily for some reason, even if I don't have anything on. Next, we're gonna do some contour. Now, my last video, I was reviewing Kylie Cosmetics, and I've been using her stuff ever since. I really love the contour Toasty and also the bronzer in Almond. So I'm gonna be using that today too. This is Toasty, so it's a really nice, pretty contour shade. I've been using it every single day. I'm gonna take my R14 brush, get quite a bit of it on, and start from my hairline right here, and then just blend it forward. I like to pat and blend as I go along. I don't like to sweep it because I don't want to take off the product that's underneath. And then just kind of slowly work my way up. Perimeters of my face. This is a really pretty shade to also use as a nose contour. So I will be applying just a little bit to my nose today too. I apply highlighter to it, so I feel like when I apply highlighter, it changes the shape a little bit because you are highlighting without adding any contour to it. So I just want to balance that out with just a little bit of product. I never go too crazy with it or use like any creams or anything, but I'll show you what I normally do. Applying some product to the tip of my nose, just so it doesn't look as long. And then come around the edges here, and then slowly fade it upwards. You never really want it like super dark in this area, just because it looks like you have a lot of nose contour on. We're just gonna do something more natural. Make sure that's blended. This brush is R39 in the same collection, but I'll use it for like nose contour, highlight. It's really good for smaller spaces, so that way product isn't going everywhere. For my highlight, of course, I'm gonna use the Champagne Pop right now. We are gonna use another highlight on top of this to give an extra glow and extra sparkle to that highlight. So stay tuned. I'm using this fan brush just to evenly distribute that highlight so that way you don't have a large streak. Before I was using like a pointed, fluffier brush, but I felt like no matter how much I blended it in, I was still seeing just like a large chunk of highlight. So I feel like actually using a fan brush does really, really help to blend out everything. Into the other side. Keep its bow. And applying some just to my brow area too, just so that every highlight point is glowy and dewy looking. So just carefully apply the on because you don't want to look sweaty, you want to look more glowy. With excess product, apply to the nose. And just really blend that out. And surprise, another Kylie Cosmetics. So this is the Almond Bronzer. I love it. Bronzer's meant to be a little bit more warm, so I am only gonna apply this to my cheeks using the R2 brush. Tap just a little bit on and pat and blend until it picks up enough color that you want. And I'll do my contour, highlight, and then bronzer so that way everything blends together evenly. For extra glow, this is a newer product that I've been trying out, but I'm really loving it too, is this Artist Couture highlight. So this is a loose powder diamond highlight. The shade is Illuminati, but it's like a rose gold, more sparkly highlight. So I add this on top of my pressed highlight just to add more of an extra glow to it. And you will see just a little bit of sparkle because it is a diamond powder. I'm using my R36 brush with this one. I feel like this is the perfect shape and size just to use it out of the cap or directly out of this container. So that way you aren't flicking product everywhere, or if the brush is too big, it gets really messy. But I haven't had any problems with this at all. Oh, ooh, look at this. Yeah, this is why I got this. Just because it's like extra, extra, extra. I mean, trust me, I wish I could put this all over my face without looking crazy. And just be very careful with this product because you can absolutely overdo it if you put too much product. But I apply the smallest bit from the cap so that way I don't. Because you can always apply more, but once you apply too much, then it's definitely very hard to take that back. Two blushes that I really like for someone who doesn't usually wear blush or like a lot of color to their cheeks, because I normally have color as it is and I try to cover that up with foundation. These two are a little bit different, but overall very natural. One of them is the Kylie Cosmetics Close to Perfect. This one's a little bit more like a warm pink side, and this Papa Don't Peach is more orangey peachy. They're both very light in product, so you don't have to be afraid to use a bigger brush or feel like you're using too much product and afraid that if you put too much on, you can't take it off. So these I feel very safe using on myself. I'm gonna take my R3 brush for this one. I'm gonna apply one on each side just to see the difference. Again, they're very similar, so there isn't too much of a difference, but you can kind of see a little bit when you put it on. This side is the Papa Don't Peach, and I'm just adding applying this to the outer apples of my cheeks and tapping and blending upwards and being very light-handed with it. So that's really pretty. On the other side of this brush, I'm gonna use the Close to Perfect. This one's a little bit more pinky, which sometimes I like too, depending on my look. And the same exact technique. So it depends what you're kind of feeling. So both of these are like a very sun-kissed, warm summer vibe going on. So I just feel like it's really pretty with this look. I do have a obsession with glossy lips right now. And I also love nude colors on my lips. Sometimes I'm just lazy to put lipstick on and then like lip liner and then clean it up and then worry about if I have dry lips or that weird like a white mark around my lips just because I get so dry so often. So I'm gonna show you all of my nude lip glosses that I love so much. They are not sticky at all, which bugs me so much when lip gloss gets caught in my hair or it just feels very tacky at the end of the day. So to prep my lips, I love the Too Faced Peach Lip Balm. And this guy just like kiss and then it's on because I don't want to use my finger. I don't know if anyone else does that or if it's like just me. Who knows? Another favorite product of mine that I've been using for years is the Hourglass Lip Treatment Oil. The clear one I love because it has saved my lips for when I have like really bad allergies and my lips are so dry that they burn, they hurt, and they crack. And chapstick sometimes just isn't enough at all. And I need something heavy duty, but I don't want it to feel thick on my mouth. So this is a really good option for you if that is something that you need. It is a pump. So you're gonna pump a little bit out and apply. And this gold tip is really soothing and it's cold all the time. So it feels really nice on the lips too. And you can apply this over like just a simple lip liner or a lipstick. It'll still look really nice. Or just to rehydrate any lip stains throughout the day too, in case you don't want to wipe off and reapply. Sometimes I'll just wear it as it is. For a little bit more color, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Undressed Lip Gloss. This has definitely a lot more pigment and more color to it. I'm gonna try this one out. I'm just gonna apply a light layer. That way it's not too much where I feel like I have to use a lip liner. You absolutely can if you wanted to get that really pretty ombre effect and use a darker lip liner with this, but I like it as is. And again, it is not sticky. I feel like I should emphasize that because so many people are afraid of lip glosses because of that tacky, sticky feeling. So again, not sticky, super smooth, hydrating, and lasts all day. These next two lip glosses are from Maquillaje. We have Nude and Champagne. So I'm gonna apply the Nude first. And it's definitely more sheer. It doesn't have as much pigment, so I don't have to worry if I'm blending it all the way or not. So this nude is very sheer. I feel like it looks amazing on just bare lips that are hydrated and glossy, not sticky again, and lasts all day. The Champagne is more sheer, so it definitely is more of a topper instead of just on bare lips. So I'm gonna put this over just to give it more of a golden glow. This would be pretty with a lip liner underneath or a lipstick. And just use this as a topper to make it glossy and have a champagne glow. So I'll use both of these together. And last but not least, yet another nude lip gloss that I love, but I use these all the time and I'm that person who has all 5 of these in my bag just because. This one is the McGrath lip gloss. Super, super hydrating. The applicator is really soft and flexible, so it feels very comfortable putting it on too. This color is Flesh Astral, except I think on Sephora.com it's a different name. Just look up Flesh or Astral, one of those. I think Astral's the type of gloss that she has, but I think Flesh is just the name of it. Let me know if I'm wrong. Anyways, I'm gonna put this on. This is extremely hydrating. It has some pigment to it, but it's not extremely pigmented and it's not sheer at the same time. It's a good in-between color. And I'll apply this at least once throughout the day. It does a really good job holding up when I drink water or eat. It has more of a golden, peachy, pinky nude color to it, so I feel like it'll look really nice on a lot of different skin tones. So this one's my definite all-time favorite out of all of them. So this is pretty much the completed look before I move on to my décolleté area and make that more bronzy and glowy. We're gonna try to fix my hair. So I dye my roots about once every week and a half. So I do have some breakage on the top of my head, and it is definitely a lot lighter right now. So I'm just gonna have more of a sleek bun for today because I'm not really going anywhere. Otherwise, this look would be great with any type of hairstyle, whether it's like body waves or pin straight or just even in a ponytail. So for my hair, how I normally do it is just part it in the center as much as I can. Sometimes I have to move my little baby hairs over. There we go. And a product that I've been using to really lay them down really well is this Got To Be styling glue. I'm gonna take just a little bit of this and a toothbrush that I don't use on my teeth. Almost gotten them mixed up before. This is the amount of product that I am going to use for the top of my head. I'm gonna warm that up in my fingers. This does get very tacky, so you have to work with it really fast, but this holds up really well. You just have to do it really fast. And I'm just laying down all of my little baby hairs before it gets too dry. And I really like this product too because it doesn't look drying or crunchy or too shiny or too matte. It's just a really nice natural hold, but it's pretty heavy duty. I am going to lay down these side baby hairs a little bit more. Those are the ones that bug me a lot too. Making sure I got these really well. And really, this stuff holds all day, so you don't have to worry about reapplying. And then after that, I'm just gonna put my hair back in a very tight bun, just so I don't have to use any styling products on it. You can if you want to, if you want like a sleek pony, but we're just gonna do a sleek low bun. Just twist my hair back. And this is my everyday go-to hairstyle, just to kind of keep my hair away from heat products that damage it and make sure that it's getting healthier, longer again, because I did have to cut quite a bit off from getting black dye out, and that was a nightmare. So this is kind of like the style that I like to do that still looks really nice. It can look professional, clean and sleek, or look really good even when you're just going out. If you're wondering, I do self-tan. These are the self-tanning products that I use. So one of them is the Bonnie Sands Australian Tan. This one is ultra dark. It's not that dark. However, I apply a layer a week so that way I can kind of control it and not be too much. Another one I use is the Bali Body, another Australian self-tanning mousse. This one is in dark. Both of these are self-adjusting. So when you put it on, you do see color, yes, immediately. I put it on overnight, wear loose clothing, and in the morning it gets even darker. It develops within about like a couple hours, and then I'll wash it off so that way I don't have any residue or any excess product. I don't find that this is sticky at all. They both smell really good. They dry super fast, and they don't have an orangey hue to it. It's more of an olive tan. I have had self-tanners that turned my sheets and my clothing pink or orangey. Both of these do not do that, and I apply it with the Bonnie Sands Velvet Mitt. I'm not naked, don't worry, but I am gonna show you guys how to get a nice summer body glow and hydration, especially to tattoos, because those can look a little dull when it's super dry. A really nice product that I've just been using for both my hair and my tattoos is this Way Hair and Body Oil. It is a rose scented oil, so you can apply it to your hair, your body, tattoos, anywhere. I'm getting a little bit of that product, putting it into my hands, and I'm gonna apply it to my neck, my tattoos specifically, just to look nice and hydrated, and then apply the rest to my arms. And don't forget to apply SPF to your tattoos as well, so that way they don't burn and fade easily. I'll usually do like a waterproof SPF at least 50 if you can. For some chest highlight, bronze, and glow, I'm going to be using this Iconic London Luminous Powder. Taking the brush that is on their website, swirl this around and apply. And that is today's kind of get ready with me for the summer. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please let me know what kind of looks you guys want to see for the summer. I feel like we should do a little bit of more self-care, skincare, and still get that really pretty glow effect and very smooth skin for the summer too. But let me know in the comments below, and also subscribe and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it and if you want to see more from me. I really love all the comments that I get on Instagram as well. My handle is Lauren Rocke, LaurenRocke. I love seeing your guys' inspirational photos and selfies from looks that I've done in the past and also current ones on my YouTube channel. So please tag me. I love to repost them, and let me know what you guys want to see next.